Welcome back to the world of Vandal's Legend. Counter-offensive. That's what we're about to do. We've got Sormel, if that's your real name. It seems like there's a lot of squalor going on in that city. Right under our sights. And we may not be ready this turn, but we will certainly be ready next turn. Before we do that, I wanted to make sure that we have all of our eggs in the correct baskets. Labeled. Color-coded. Okay. I think I remember where I was next time. So I wanted to take this city and then either push one direction or another direction. It seems like they have 3 provinces, or possibly more, maybe 4, because there's something down here as well. I want to see if I can take every single one of his cities except for 1. Well, you know, let's not talk about that for now. Let's take 1 first, and then we'll worry about the rest. Because all of our military is now concentrated down here. I'm very worried that somebody might come up here and sneak attack us, which would be very bad, of course. So let's wait on this for now. I want to see what's going on here. They are closing our borders. That's not too bad. That's not declaring a war, which is what I don't want. But to be honest, they can't actually declare war on me anyway. And I have no reason to go into their borders. So I'm not particularly fussed. The second reason is I wanted to go here and update my new policies before I take on the battle. Because I think if I take on the battle without updating this, it doesn't actually work. Is there a better way we can spend this money? 5, 10. This is not really worth it. I'm not at a point where I need a whole lot more money. This will be nice. In fact, I am really going to think hard about doing this, because once I get the city conquered, if I can do it, then they're going to complain very, very profusely. So I'm going to preemptive the situation by putting the approval rating up. Or I could do this. You know, let's go for this. Because I think there's another way for us to fix our approval ratings. That is called a luxury resource. So I think I am going to do this, which makes it easier for... No. There are no buildings that we want to build right now. Why don't you just make a decision, you wum-wum? This is exactly the same thing, isn't it? Well, no. This is reduction, buyout reduction. This is actually build. Buyout reduction might be better. Oh boy. Okay. Let's do this. I may regret it, but right now, I feel like technology is something we can live without for a little bit. We're at war. At war, the most important thing are money, resources, and the strategery. Let's fight. You have foragers and foragers. The foragers are very, very slow, which makes it easy for us because we are able to then rush them. So they have 2 movement points. I want to move all of my units right outside of their movement ability. This way we will get all of our attacks into their units. They don't have free counters, do they? They don't, but they do have disease, which is something I need to watch out for. So I'm actually going to have... Hold on 1 second. No, that's not good. Because if he's here, he can't actually come up. But I don't want to bunch them all together because I'm a little bit worried about disease. Okay, fine, that's fine. I'm worried, but I'm not that worried. 1, 2... No, I don't want to get them too close to the spawn point from whatever is coming out here. That's fine. We're going to be okay. I get to act first. So if I do that, I'm of course going to go after them. Although that may be, let's not do it. We're just going to have him march out right there. because this will give us an opportunity to not take damage on the first turn. And we can concentrate all of our attacks when they come over here. And also allow us to free up both of my deployment reinforcement spots. I think that's a much better move. Okay, he's going to, I think, Hecatomb, right? Yes. Which is not particularly important. Oh, you guys are just moving 1 square. They're smarter than I had anticipated. Well, all that was for nothing. They are going to, in fact, be able to get their attacks off. Although that gives us our opportunity not to waste our Ice Works. I'm gonna have the Ice Works. No, the Ice Works will get hit. Okay, that's fine. I think they're going to go after the Ice Works, so we're just going to go straight for the offense. Not the most effective thing to do, I think, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. They only have 2 units right now, so if I can do a lot of damage, we may be able to get them off the field before the reinforcements show up. It's not a big deal. You're retreating. Okay, my Ice Works. Okay, 1 unit is going to be able to make it. I don't think he's going to suffer from disease, right? Because he's not going to get counterattacked. 0. Just when I was praising them. Oh, look, they're doing so much damage. Nope. Okay, this guy got the memo. I don't know what happened to the other one. It's not with the program. That's done. They still haven't gotten the reinforcements. Okay, well, I think we have a clear path. Hold on. What happened to the other unit? Did it die? Did I kill them? That can't be right. Well, not gonna argue with it. Just going to fight. They'll get a shot off. Yes, perfect. Can they kill them? Nope. Yeah, they were stunned, so they couldn't take an action. Nor can they counterattack. And I'm still taking damage from all of the poison or the disease. It's kind of a shame, but, you know. It's actually not quite as good an outcome as I was hoping. I mean, I think I did kill 2 of their units, but we didn't get any of the reinforcements show up. Which means I could have done much better in that fight, but unfortunately was not able to. Okay. Not going to complain about this. Because the most important thing for us at this moment is to have our force remaining alive. Everything else is secondary. Because if we are alive, if our force is alive, that means we have, at any given point, we have numerical superiority. Numerical superiority. My goodness, it's been a long day. Why can't I siege? I'm thinking about just attacking them. But I think sieging is a better option. But I don't know what can I actually do it. I cannot... no, that's not what I meant to do. Oh my goodness. Well, I misclicked. Wait, if that's the case, let's do it. Let's fight. But they have so much additional hit points. Well, should have thought about that before I clicked. Everybody gets extra 100. But they only have militias. Necro drones are the most dangerous of these units. The K-Tors are fine. But these are not terribly great units. They don't have a huge amount of firepower. So I think in that case, what I want, actually, is to just go toe-to-toe with them. Because these Rumblers are units that I would like to get rid of. I don't want them to be militias, foragers. I don't want to be sitting there and doing nothing. But I don't also want to just lose them so easily. Okay. Decision time. I think this is better because if we get our reinforcement, that would allow us to reinforce immediately. Otherwise, we are going to be worried about, can our reinforcement actually make it onto the battlefield? I cannot help but worry. Well, we'll do this. Who came? Okay, that's a good option. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and focus on this middle unit. Now, you go here, so you can clear up the spot for reinforcement. And everybody focus on this middle unit. The faster we can get one unit down, the less damage we take, because we're going to have constant reinforcement every single turn. Yeah, he can't do anything right now, but the Necrodrones can. Yeah, that's no good. The front line is not exactly holding up right now, but hopefully we'll be okay with this. 45? It's hoping for a little more. Right. You probably wish you killed instead. Oh no, they're dead. That wasn't a particularly good first round, I have to say. So I think we may have to focus on this Necrodrone unit, because they're too deep into our territory. Definitely not a great start, that's for sure. Though we're doing some damage, but looks like the front line is going to collapse sooner than later. Damage? Okay. Pretty good. Now they're actually taking physical, real damage. Hopefully this will kill one. Do it! Yes, one dead. Guess it would be smarter if they're actually healing, but they're not. Alright, he's still alive. And he's hopefully still alive too. No. No? Okay. We have one unit down. We're going to focus on this side unit here because I want to open up. We're focused on both wings here. I want to open up the spots for us to get more and more reinforcements in. At least when these dudes die, they will use up an entire turn for the enemy. Yeah, this is very bad. I think this will cost me a lot. A lot more than I wish to pay for. Well, at least the first unit that got killed were all fake units. I didn't have to be too worried about them, but now that front line has been completely collapsed, we're going to run into a lot of trouble. Because everybody's still diseased, and so they're going to continuously take damage. What I'm only hoping for is now my ice forks are... Wow, these damages are just crazy. Wait, what did he do? He didn't do anything. Stay alive, please. Okay, you're still alive. And you don't get a counterattack, do you? Nope. Not anymore. Still winning the fight, but very, very costly so far. Okay, we go for this one. for that one. Go for that one, and you go for... I don't know if you can make it. Let's set him to aggressive, so if he can't make this one, he'll do something else, instead of just sitting there by himself. I hope you attack... Yes, perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. We're gonna get the city, but it will be very costly. Wow. Was not expecting this. Okay. Now all the useless units are showing up, which is just great. Okay, you move out of the way because you need to... I need you to reinforce somebody else. So I think he's gonna be killed when he attacks the Ice Fork, so I will leave him alone. And so we'll have everybody else concentrate on one of these two units here. Nope, you're going up. That's actually a good news for me, because most likely that means one of these units will attack the Ice Fork instead. That's exactly what I was hoping for. You should be finished, alright. Don't be... No, you're dead. Casualties. Okay. Stay alive, please. And then get us a heal. Prompto. No, they've chosen to attack. Not the smartest idea, because that will cause me to lose one more unit of Ice Forks. And they're my best units. I don't like it if I'm going to lose them. So I'm going to retreat this group, because that's too much casualty even for me. If you heal this unit, and then you can't move anywhere, but why don't you just try? And because the disease, he's taking constant damage every single turn. And it's really, really bad. So much defense. 21. Oh my goodness. I don't think we're actually going to get the city this turn either, which makes this whole entire ordeal completely useless. My units are not actually doing anything because they're not properly reinforced. And that's all she wrote. Losing 5 units versus their 5. Not a good trade. Because now these guys are down to just 10 units total. I mean, I can probably find another unit somewhere when somebody else pops up, but I don't really like how this one turned out. Hopefully we'll get the city, but you never know. They may bring a 6-stack up next turn, and that's going to be all bad. Which only means we have to ramp up our production back here as well. Okay, 16. I'm going to reconfigure my icework here and put the new tier of weapons on them. And change these guys into just standard stuff. Because I don't have any more, whatever that thing is. I forget the name. Don't bother me about it. 6 unit should be fine. Improved movements. I don't need improved movements. I think we're okay. Improved vision and sharp senses. Not sure if that's particularly useful. What's last resort? Minus 20% life loss during siege on city. So another mistake I made by attacking with those units is because my hero unit has a skill on him that improves the siege ability for everybody. So if I attack with my hero unit instead of those group of units, I would have been having much stronger units to begin with. And that would have been a lot better. So I think I'm fine with Iceworks. They are my primary attacking units. and they need to have all the upgrades they can get. Defense is still very low, but that's okay. On the other hand, I'm going to try to get the Mastermind to be a little more of a defensive unit. Hopefully they will draw some fire. They can't do much damage anyway, even if I fully upgrade them, so I'm not going to bother really with it. But I will put the latest armor and equipment on them. And then the Kakator will be my sacrificial unit. Let's see, what can I do here? These all take resources. I don't really like that. Let's go for just one of them. I think that should be okay. I do have a lot of those. So once you finish producing this Borough Street, I'm going to have you start Iceworks again. And then I will also switch people back into production like I do now. Since we've lost one of our group of units that cost a lot of money every single turn to maintain. So that should be okay. You guys are already full production and you have a full stack inside, so that's good. If emergency happens when we need more units over here, I'm going to bring these guys over down as well. But that's my backup. I don't want to leave my capital completely undefended if I can avoid it. Okay. What happened? I gained additional vision. Okay, well. They've got... Wait, what? 3? How did they get 3 units back? Let's go attack with you. 1 second. Can I siege? Yes, I can siege. Is there a reason to siege? Not really. Let's go attack directly. Because they don't have much defense to left with anyway. We wiped out the defenses. The militias came back immediately. Not happy about this, but we will fight. We will fight now. They don't have any extra armor. So this should be a decent prospect for us. And we have a lot of units that we get to act first. So I'm going to try to overwhelm on one side. Everybody is faster than they are, which is good. Don't want to come from this side. I want to come from the other side. Because this side, they have a higher ground issue. But I don't know if I can actually do it. Okay, we'll give it a shot. And I want you to be over here so you can heal one group of the Iceworks if possible. So the reinforcement can show up. Okay. Who did... Alright, our heroes here. Fantastic. That's what I was hoping for. And that's what I got. So we're going to concentrate on the militias. Because they are going to be the one that actually will do damage and pose a threat to us. You go after that group. No. I don't like this. Because he might just block. No, I think that should be okay. Even if he blocks, we should still have somebody being able to come from the other side. Both of you go after the ant group. You come this way. Okay, where are you? You are here. Follow that. You move up into one of the vacated spots. No, just come here. It's too dangerous, otherwise you'll block. I'm gonna have you just move up here and you attack somebody, hopefully. Okay, you attack this group. Who doesn't have an order? Let me know. I will give you something to do. I think that's all. And then finally the Harmonites. Pretty good. He couldn't make it. Oh, is that because the ground? Yeah, the terrain might have maybe it's causing some problem. It's so costly. I really don't want the Iceworks to be the frontline units because they have no defense. They have amazing attack though. You're already dead. One group of units already down. Good target. Fantastic target. I don't want him. I cannot upgrade him. So if he's dead, I don't mind at all. Cacators are not really a threat per se, so I'm not sure if I should really just focus on them. But they do give me ability to do damage without having anybody getting hurt, which is always a nice bonus. Okay, would you come here? This Iceborg, I don't think he can get in the action. He's just too far away. So we're going to try to have him get into a position where when this group of Cactuar heals, then he would also get a slight heal on top of it as well. Does everybody have orders? Who cares? Ouch! It's a very manly fight. It's a little bit one-sided, but okay. I'm not gonna complain. Dead! Take no damage, please? Yes. You couldn't counterattack twice. That's against the rules. Our healer should still heal, yes. Fantastic. That was a very good outcome. Actually, you know what? I made a huge mistake. There's something I needed to do first before I captured the city, but I did not. Now we are going to pay the price for it. And that something was activating a luxury resource. So this is already activated, but if you have more cities, it costs more to activate your resource. So if I didn't capture that city, I think this would only cost 20, but now it costs 25, which I guess is not that big of a deal. But it's something we shouldn't have to worry about. And we end up, in fact, having to worry about it. Okay, but this is an improvement over what we were doing before. So I am glad now we have a fourth city, which seems to be situated in a pretty decent spot, I think. There's a few districts that's been built already. There's a Temple of Auriga. But it's not the sea. Seems like the sea is going to be over here. I think the next province that I want to get into is I'm going to push straight downwards. Because if I can cut off their two cities, which seems to be... No, there's no more cities over here, right? So it looks like they only have this city and this city left. And this city seems to be actually on water. So that if I can capture it, that will be pretty glorious. And while we wait, I am going to have you... I can garrison them, but I don't think it actually matters. Right now they're in rebellion, so it takes some time for this to cool down. So let's go ahead and get some stuff built. What will be nice here? Central Market will be nice, but it will take some time. That's refinery, chapel, row streets. We can buy it immediately. I don't think that's worthwhile because right now the rebellion is just costing us so much. 80%, minus 80, so that a plus 20 is not going to give us a whole lot. That's meaningful. What I'm worried about is all the rest of the cities should be still at 100, right? Yeah, they're still at 100, which means I don't actually have to use this boost resource quite yet. Once they drop below 100, then that's why I'm going to use it. Next step is move downwards, and we will see. We're starting to make some progress, even though there was some mistake being made in this section. But 6, I think we can take that. And maybe the next time we'll see if we can actually take it, like I said. Thanks for watching. See you next time.